Hello everyone, I am Krishnendu. Today we are dealing with the topic news. First we are looking towards the definition of news. Okay, in simple terms we can tell that news is north, east, west and south. That is all the directions. From all the directions we will get information to make a news. Okay, so now we are going to some definitions of news. First one is news is information about a recently changed situation or a recent event. That means suddenly an accident happened, suddenly a natural calamity happened, then that situation has changed and something danger is going to happen. So that incident become a news. The second definition is news is the difference between the world yesterday and the world today. For this, I'll tell one example that is about the newspaper. In newspaper, what we are reading? We are reading the news about yesterday's. But in the case of broadcasting, that is television, radio, or in online media, we are reading the sudden news or we are reading the sport news, or in that broadcasting media, the news is spontaneous, okay, or so it is timely. Next is news is live, what is going on all around us. That is, the news is every time, every minute, something or the other is happening surrounding us. So that is news is live. The fourth one is news is anything you did not know yesterday. That is, I'll tell one example, like excavations in Egypt and all. Every time the archaeologists are doing excavations and they are excavated some mummies and all. So that type of news are new to us. So that is news is anything you did not know yesterday. Next is news is something revealed. That is I'll tell an example of investigative journalism. In investigative journalism, every time someone want to suppress an information, and as a journalist, we need to reveal that information. That is, so the news is something revealed. Next one is what is new as news. That is, I'll tell an example that a dog bites a man is not a news, but a man bites a dog is a news. So it is a new thing. So news is, so what is new is news. The next one is news is what interests a good newspaper man. To tell this, I'll tell a term called news value. News value is interest and importance. Interest and importance are the two terms that determines news value. Okay, we'll tell that if an incident has happened in somewhere else, in front of St. Albert's College, so we need to go there. We need to go there and collect all the information about that incident. But when we are going there, we need to consider the interest of our readers. If we are a journalist of a newspaper, because this news will interest our readers, then that information is a good thing for news. If that if that information has no interest to our readers, then we not consider that information as a news. Okay. Then it is news is something someone somewhere wants suppressed, all the rest is advertisement. I already told that about investigative journalism. In investigative journalism, that someone want to suppress something. Okay, someone want to suppress any information or anything. So as a journalist, we need to reveal that information. Okay, so news is something someone somewhere wants suppressed, and all the rest is advertisement. So next we are dealing with peculiarities of news. The first peculiarity is news has no geographic boundaries. That is, already I told that news is north, east, west and south. From all the directions we will get the information to make a news. So news has no geographic boundaries. Second one is news is always revealing. That is, news is someone want to suppress something, and every time a journalist reveals something. So news is always revealing some or other informations. The third one is most people read only part of the newspaper they buy. In other words, the reading is highly selective. They read what they considered as news. For this, I'll tell an example of myself. In my childhood days, I only read sports news. Okay, that time I'll consider the sports is only the biggest news, or only the important news in a newspaper. But when I grown up, full thinking was changed. Full thinking was changed, and in my degrees and PGs, I studied that what is hard news, what is soft news, and all. So the exclusive news are in the front page of a newspaper. And the next important part of a newspaper is called the editorial page. In editorial page, we can see editorial, news analysis, letter to the editor. So these are the important informations we need to get from the newspaper. But all the people are very selective about the news, because in my case, in childhood days, I only read the sports news. But when I grown up, I read all the informations, all the news in the newspaper. So every time news is very highly selected. The next one is types of news. Types of news is divided into hard news and soft news. Hard news are up to the minute news and events that are reported immediately. That is unscheduled, unexpected news. Example, politics, war, economics. Okay, in politics, we don't know what happened at the next moment. Every time something or the other happened. It's like war also. War also, sometimes we don't know about war, when it happened, when it is going to happen and all. Okay, so that type of news are called hard news. Next one is soft news. Soft news is background information or human interest stories. That is, they are dated news. Soft news are called dated news. That is, we'll tell an example that on January 26th, we have Republic Day. Every time Republic Day is on Jan 26th. So as a journalist, we are ready with a feature about Republic Day, or we are ready with a feature about any freedom fighters, or something or the other, something or else about Republic Day. So that type of news are called soft news. Example is arts, entertainment, lifestyle. Next, according to style of writing, news is divided into straight news and descriptive news. In straight news, hard facts are presented in an easy and clear style. For this, we need to know about 5 W's and 1 H. 5 W's are who, where, when, why, and which. And H is how. Why a particular incident happened, how a particular incident has happened, when the incident has happened. We need to write these informations in the first 3 sentences of a newspaper. That type of news are called straight news. The next one is descriptive news. Descriptive news is this 5 W's and 1 H is there. But in every paragraph, or in each paragraph, we need to describe each W. What is, in first paragraph, what is who, and next is when, next is why. So all the each paragraph we need to write all the W's, all the informations of the incident. Next is according to time and area. According to time and area, news is divided into sport news and spread news. In sport news like unscheduled, unexpected incidents or events. Okay, that is, in the sport we are going to, as a journalist, we are going to a sport, and we need to get the information, and will write the news. That is sport news. Next one is spread news. Spread news is which affected a good number of people for a long time. It's like only descriptive news. We need to describe all the information of a incident that happened somewhere or else. So these are about news, peculiarities of news, and types of news. I think you all understood what I taught now. Okay, so thank you. See you next time.